Hey guys, welcome to Tarot Heal. Welcome to the place where we Tarot Heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Lisa here. Welcome to a pick a card reading. This is going to be about your shadow baby, okay? Your shadow energy, your alter ego. I want to kind of frame it in that context, okay? The reason why I started doing this, like I'm doing my own, I got my own shadow work homework to do right now. And I found myself doing more readings about it for myself. And I just found it to be very enlightening. It was definitely eye-opening to see that your shadow is like really all about, working with you. And there are some gems in there. I mean, you could say it all day, but to actually see it come out in the cards, I found that was really eye-opening. So I want to do that reading for you guys, and hopefully you can get something from it. Also, something that I used to do naturally, before I started doing tarot readings, I had different paths creatively. And with every path, I had a different alias, an alter ego that came with its own set of things, maybe, whatever. It just came with its own character, yeah, and I didn't realize that can actually be helpful. Like, think of Beyonce switching over to Sasha Fierce when she got on stage. That was psychologically, it was a mind hack for her to switch into whatever role she needs to be in to perform at her best, right? And it's just something psychologically about that really works well for us, but I've noticed that it worked well for me. So I just want to share this, okay? So this is going to be like what your alter ego is like. What does it want to tell you? What things that you can use to kind of summon that energy up, and also how can you work alongside it to get more out of life? All right. Hope you enjoy. This will be 5 piles, okay? So pick one. All right, let's go. Okay, pile 1. First question here. So what is the overall energy of the alter ego for pile 1? What is the overall energy for the alter ego for pile 1? Okay, so we're coming out with the Hangman and the 10 of Pentacles here in reverse. With the 5 of Pentacles. All right. It seems like you're, okay, hold on. So there's something coming out here about security, right? And I almost want to say keeping up with, the trends, keeping up with the Joneses type of energy happening here. And I feel like your alter ego don't really give about that. They don't care about other people's opinions of things, okay? That's what I'm getting here. It's like, this is what your tribe is doing, so effing what? Do you? But this energy is definitely, it feels more of like a loner type of energy. Interesting. So maybe in your conscious, your conscious mask that you put forward, your forward-facing ego is, kind of in the mix. And there's a part of you that kind of wants to be left alone, to enjoy your solitude, okay? This can be like someone who's showing up as very extroverted, and sometimes they just want to be introverted sometimes, right? But, okay, let's see what else. All right, so how does this alter ego dress? How do they want to dress? The reason why I'm asking this question is because I feel like colors or something like that. If there's something that could be used to pull out this energy for you as a reminder, okay, I'm just going to see what that is. So you have the Temperance card coming out, 3 of Coins, and the 5 of Wands. I'm almost getting this energy of walking around like kind of understated, okay? So the style of this person, This style would be pretty understated, okay? Dressing kind of humble is what I'm feeling. This is interesting. So if you're very much about looking good, you know, there's a part of you that's like, I just don't want anybody to notice me. I want to fly under the radar. So the energy of this person will be super chill. It's like Converses, dirty, scuffed up Converses, you know, with sweats. It doesn't mean that you have to, you know, look, you know, tattered up. But it's just, that would be the style. Just a very chillaxed, probably athleisure wear type of thing, okay? Skateboarder attire type, you know, that type of thing. That type of aesthetic is what I'm getting here. All right. Maybe some, you know, ripped jeans, you know, you know, so I guess ripped shirt, like what I'm wearing. But yeah, stuff like that, okay? It's something like that that's happening there. This is what the alter ego is all about. It's about not taking yourself too seriously, okay? Oh, all right, this is interesting. Letting your hair down. So some of you guys probably have a hard time letting your hair down and whatever. Okay. Where does the alter ego shine the most? What are they good for? What do they shine the most? Yeah, I'm getting all the solo energy, okay? This side of you needs to, this side of you would help you be independent, loving on yourself, enjoying your own company. Okay, this is a side of you that wants to learn they want you to express the side that can enjoy their own company, love on themselves. They're asking for more self-love, okay? Asking for more alone time. All right. You can go in and watch the sunset by yourself. Like, have those beautiful, offer yourself these precious moments here. Okay. Even if you're in a relationship, offer yourself these precious moments of romance. Okay. Things like that. Buy yourself some chocolate, you know, things like that. Okay. This is about filling up your own cup. All right. And not waiting for others to fill it up for you. So it doesn't seem like there's enough alone time, because when the alter ego comes out, it's here to fill in the voids that we're not, that's missing in our conscious awareness. Okay, so this is a need that's arising from this, and that's why this alter ego is born. All right, there's a need for more alone time, more Lonerville energy for you. Okay, you might be spending too much time with people, or maybe it's social media, whatever the case is. Even if you're by yourself, if you're texting someone or you're always on a phone, you're not really getting in touch with yourself, okay? So when does Pile 1 need to consult this alter ego? You have the Death card coming out. When it's time to make crazy, wild transitions and decisions, okay? When it's time to just do something that's right for you and get in touch with that. When it's time for you to get in touch with a change that you need to make, and for you to be able to have the level of conviction to do it. If you find yourself in a time where you know things need to change and you're thinking about what other people should think, that's time for you to go into hermit mode, have the self-love, tap into this energy here, okay? Try to fly under the radar, go to places that you know nobody would know you, and just have some time alone and enjoy yourself. Those are the moments where you'll be able to get the clarity that you need and the conviction you need to make major life decisions, okay? That's what I feel like here. It seems like other people's opinions might be cluttering you, okay? And they're like, you don't need to talk to anybody else. Consult yourself, right? This is when they're good. This is when this is where they shine, okay? This is where you need to tag them in, and they need to come in, and your conscious mask that you put forward, that you're used to putting forward, needs to sit back. And you put on this other mask, this mask that is flying under the radar and not in the mix, okay? Going to a very, very low key, cafe, somewhere miles away from where anyone knows you. Having this getaway energy, okay? So that's going to be helpful. Okay, And when should Pile 1 not consult this alter ego? So there's definitely a need for balance, right? Not staying in hermit mode too much, but also not being out around a bunch of people all the time too, okay? So when it's time to take action, this is when it's time to snap, put this alter ego back on the back seat and you step forward. Because I feel like your forward-facing ego right now is one that is able to move and shake and network and gather, or whatever the case is. You're especially if you're up with the trends and you're trendy, or whatever the case is, you know how to move in the world. You can't, that mask, that alter ego won't work well in being that the schmoozing type, right? That mask, or that ego, that alter ego is very useful when you're by yourself. So it's a matter of turning off this conscious mask of being the life of the party. I don't know if you're the life of the party or whatever. If you're just around, you're very social. If you're very social, you have to turn that off and really learn how to activate and take advantage of your alone time, okay? To really recharge, and really get things together for yourself, okay? But yeah, this alter ego would not serve you well in public settings. Is not the partier, is not the party going energy at all. All right. Excuse me. Also this energy, see this alter ego, see maybe you're showing up more fiery in the world, and the alter ego wants you to express this more soft, it's not even necessarily softer, just this more mellow side. All right, because I feel like this alter ego is not good for when you need to be assertive. Okay, so you might already be showing up assertive in the world. But you have to learn how to express the mellow side for your own balance. Speaking of balance, how can these two work together? How can the conscious ego and the alter ego work together? You have the Ten of Swords coming out in reverse. The Emperor coming out. The Hierophant. Okay. This is a different, wow, the Nine of Cups. All right. Oh. I feel like there's a lot of energy around you, and you might not be taking the time out to actually sort through or process your day. Okay? You're not taking enough time out to process the people that you're collecting. I feel like if you feel yourself surrounded by a bunch of people, you're collecting a lot of energy, okay? You're collecting a lot of friends, okay? You're collecting a lot of experiences as well. There's a lot of things that you're collecting, and there needs to be hermit mode to process this, okay? How do you feel about the experience you had that day? Maybe journal more, okay? I feel like your alter ego wants more introspection and more processing of your experiences so you can detect patterns, okay? See who's not real, who's not, you know what I'm saying, who's real, who's fake, who's not really supposed to be up in the space, okay? Because it does seem like there's a little bit of that going on, or there might have been a cycle of that. But because you're just always on the go, you're not really seeing the things that are happening. You're not picking up on certain things that you should be picking up on, but your alter ego is, okay? Your alter ego is picking it up like, hey, knock, knock. That could be your gut instinct telling you, hey, this person is kind of trash. You probably shouldn't be partying it up with them, you know? But it's like this energy of always being a go, always being in the mix. That needs to be, it's beneficial. It's beneficial to get things done. But how your shadow can help you is by you processing your experiences so that you can move in the best ways, okay? And move with the best choices, the best people, the best actions. It's the difference between you're going towards your 9 of Cups. That's coming out, right? You're going towards the life that you desire. But it's a difference between getting advice from people around you who may or may not have your best interests at heart. It does seem like there might be a few of those around, and you need to reflect on that. It's a difference between getting advice from these people and getting advice from your own self, okay? And taking the time out to do that. It does seem like there's too many opinions, okay? All right, so that's what your shadow want to tell you. That's what shadow baby want to tell you. Alter ego baby want to tell you, all right? So take heed. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. What's the overall advice? What does the shadow want to say? Justice and a star card. Boom. Okay, yeah. Justice and a star card here. All right. They want to make things right. They want to keep things balanced for you because it does seem like there's some healing. There's some processing to do. There is some energy cleansing that needs to happen. As I mentioned, there's a collection of ideas, energy, belief systems. You're picking up things from a lot of people, and you're gonna have to sort through it, okay? Some of the things that you're picking up, some of the things that you might be giving back out, you might be acting in a certain way or picking up beliefs, and you're like, you might not realize that you're picking it up from the people around you, and it's not really aligned with who you actually are, all right? So you're getting affected by the people around you only because you're not taking the time out to sift them out. Okay, and see what's your stuff and what's other people's stuff. Also, there's a need to get into energy cleansing while you're in this, while you put this other ego forward. Allow it to do that energetic cleansing, okay? Saging, whatever the case is. Cleansing your mind by way of journaling, okay? Yeah, meditation, of course. All right, but journaling, that's something you can do. I'm always going to say journal. All right. That's it. Oh, wait. One more thing. Sorry. Come on. Bear with me. Y'all a power one. All right. I'm working out the kinks. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So, boom. The Rebel deck. Figure shit out on your own. Can't make this up. This just came out. Figure your shit out on your own. You're dependent too much on a social circle. You're dependent too much, whether it's family, friends, whatever. You're dependent too much on them. It's time to start consulting with yourself. All right? You're running rampant. Look at that, okay? Get some effing sleep. Get some effing sleep, okay? Oh, then we have this thing about appearances. And I feel like this is what you don't want to feel like this. They're saying you look a hot mess, and I don't think this is what they're saying. This is your fear, and it's fueling you to be accepted. You don't want to look like a hot mess, so you're not, And like I said, how the alter ego would dress is very low key. Like they don't give a shit what other people think about how they dress, So there we go. All right, cool. Let's remember this for the other pals. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it gave you some type of clarity or some type of direction here, okay? Let me know what you think, though, all right? Comment below, please. Peace. All right. Pile 2. All right. Where's my... Oh. Sorry, guys. Yay, found it. Okay, pile 2. What is the energy of the alter ego for pile 2? What is the energy for the alter ego for pile 2? I'm hearing don't think, just do, baby. Don't think about it, just do it. All right. It does seem like you might have this inclination to think way too much about a decision. And it's a decision that your intuition is already telling you to do. You overthink it. You know that it's your intuition telling you to do something when it's a no-brainer. It's like, a fuck yeah. You know, when it's like, hell yeah, I need to do that. And then you might have this fear come over or this overthinking come over and it starts to muddy it up. You start forgetting that initial fuck yeah moment, okay? But it doesn't take away from the fact that that was your path, okay? So there's a need for you to follow your fuck yes, all right? But yeah. So this alter ego's energy is very much, this is where your high priestess is, okay? The energy that is going to faithfully follow their intuition, take leaps of faith blindly when need be. That's your alter ego energy, all right? All right. How will this alter ego dress? How's the appearance? Anything that would help to summon this energy? A power color? Anything like that? I'm getting jewelry. I'm getting necklaces, okay? I'm seeing the amulet, maybe evil eye energy. The evil eye, I'm sorry. The evil eye little trinket or whatever. In the necklace, okay, pendant, okay, that might be helpful for you because that'll help to remind you of your spiritual nature. Also heart pendants, okay, I'm getting heart pendants, heart-shaped jewelry. If you have heart earrings, I'm definitely getting necklaces, okay. This is okay. There's something about the necklaces, the types of necklaces that you would buy that's going to help channel this energy more, okay? Even if it's charms, you know, charm bracelets, okay? We could get charms that are little reminders of, you know, whatever it is that you want to experience or just a reminder of your spiritual essence, okay? When you forget, when you question yourself, you're going to have to remind yourself like, hey, High Priestess, why are you questioning yourself? Okay. All right. Temperance card coming out with the Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is a lot of, yeah, your alter ego is this, or your shadow side is where your alter ego, I mean, where your spiritual essence really resides. It's not really the forward-facing ego that you have right now. It's kind of put in the back seat. All right. Maybe you're in an environment, maybe you're working in a corporate environment where you can't really express that too much, but you can at least have like a little pendant, right? A little charm, something that can remind you of who you are in any environment that you're in, okay? Remind you that you are a high priestess in any environment that you're in. Okay, there needs to be that reminder until it sticks, okay? Or at least until it's more integrated into your everyday world. Okay, and where does this alter ego shine most? When does Paul 2 need to take a step back and allow for their alter ego to come in? When should they tap in? All right. When it's time to cast judgment aside. When it's time to do something that seems out of the norm. When it's time to say, F it, this is where my heart is taking me. Or it doesn't even have to be like taking a path where your heart is taking you. It's like when you have those moments, like, I should probably leave this place right now. Or something's bad's probably gonna happen, let me go. You know, things like that. When it's time for you to do something that's unexplainable, that is this showing up. And you need to just lean on that a little bit more than you have been, okay? When do you not need to tap in? There's a need to be more confident about this High Priestess energy too. That's what I'm feeling here. Be more confident in your decisions. There's a need to not really delve too deep into this energy. I'm really like, my words are like, it's hard for it to escape my mouth. You shouldn't tap into this energy, or you shouldn't lean too heavy into this energy when you're feeling bad, is what I'm feeling, okay? When you're in a very low state, when you're sad or angry or whatever the case is, this isn't the time to put on High Priestess mode, really, because it might lead you to take the High Priestess energy into a low vibe place, okay? And we know how that could go. All right, so this energy is good for this energy is good for when you need to do something out of the ordinary, okay? Something unorthodox, something that's not traditional, something that you're not used to doing. And as I mentioned, it could just be everyday things. Like if you usually drive to the store down this one street and you just feel like this inkling to take this other route, lean into those moments more, okay? Start incorporating this High Priestess energy. It's something that you need to experience, okay? By you going down that other route, okay? All right. And what is this alter ego's goals? Yeah, see, there we go. See, this is what I'm feeling. I'm like, why am I feeling? I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling like the energy feels staticky is what I want to say. And it's causing me to like, the words are just, feeling jumbled, okay? There's a need for more confidence. There's a need for more conviction, all right? So we have the 10 of Wands coming out with the 7 of Wands. There's a need to release whatever burden, okay? Ultimately, they want you to release a burden that's keeping you insecure, keeping you second guessing yourself, keeping you from doubting your decisions or doubting your off the wall ideas or doubting these moments where you're like, I don't know why I feel this way. I just do. There's a need to no longer say, I don't know why. You do know why, because you're the High Priestess, okay? And the High Priestess don't really need to have that much evidence about things, okay? They just know. That's how intuition works. They just know. It's like you wake up, you get a download. Now you just know this information now, okay? You get information drops. That's what downloads are. And it doesn't come from, it doesn't come from a buildup of anything. Sometimes it does. But a lot of times it's just a download that you get. And you have to start trusting those downloads more, okay? Be more confident in the downloads that you're receiving. But yeah. All right, what's overall advice from this alter ego, from this shadow? I want to, let's switch the idea of what shadow is. Shadow is just a part of you that is taking the back seat, okay? But there's some gems back there. So this is why I want to say shadow, alter ego, okay? I lovingly call mine shadow baby, okay? We can call it the shadow baby. Soften the energy of shadow work, okay? All right. With that being said, Queen of Wands, the combination of who you are right now The combination of who you are right now and the High Priestess is going to create this beautiful Queen of Wands energy. And I'm feeling like this alluring, witchy energy. Anytime I think Queen of Wands, I think of Aaliyah in that vampire movie, whatever that movie was. Okay. But this very like sexy, mysterious, witchy energy going on. Okay. That's what's being incorporated in. All right. All right. But yeah, the charm bracelets, the little trinkets, that's a little reminder. It doesn't have to be full on, you know, you don't have to go for the whole witchy look, right? You don't have to be a stereotype or a cliche, but having a little charm with you to remind you of your spirituality would be helpful, okay? It'll help you to remember who you are and why you can trust your intuitive guidance in any given situation. All right, this is more of a subtle integration that's happening as you're integrating your intuitive guidance into your everyday world. Okay. I'm pulling from the Rebel deck for everyone. I haven't pulled this deck out in a while. Yeah. You need a good effing cry. Get your ugly cry on. Let that ish go. Your soul will thank you. See, there's something that's going on here, okay? There's something that's going on that's stopping you from trusting yourself. You have to release that burden, that 10 of Wands energy. It's something that's causing this insecurity, and it's causing you to be insecure in turn of it's causing you to just doubt yourself, your own judgment. All right, so that could go deeper. It does seem like it goes deeper, okay? There's something that makes you question your own judgment, and you're like, hey man, let that thing go, all right? You don't need to question your judgment anymore. Okay, you might have made mistakes in the past. It's fine. All right. But that ain't it right now. Right now, you're on point. You have High Priestess energy. You can see through things. You're getting downloads. You're good. All right. All right. All I said. Let me know what you think. Hope you like. All right. Till we meet again. Peace. All right. Pile 3. All right. What is the alter ego for pile 3? What is the alter ego energy for pile 3? Why am I so tongue-tied in this reading? Golly. Okay. What is the alter ego reading for pile 3? All right, I'm getting a little bit of depression here. Now, I don't know if that's your forward-facing energy right now or if that's what you're hiding. But let's look more into it. This could be, if somebody's hiding, there's a level of, you know, there's a level of sadness and depression here. There's a need to address that, okay? Even if you might be putting on a face, you know, putting on a brave face or putting on a smiley face. But it doesn't take away from this energy that you might feel, okay? Okay. So this is the energy that possibly you're putting in the back seat that you don't want to look at, all right? How does this shadow energy dress? What appearance would they give? You know, all these swords. This energy is giving goth. This energy is giving very goth energy. You guys, your forward-facing energy might not come off this dark. But yeah, there's a side of you that's more gothy-like, okay? I'm getting spiked bracelets, you know. Something like that going on. This has more of the emo type energy here. Maybe leather, you know, things like that. That would help to just at least honor it. Okay. There's a need to honor having this side, okay, and not try to keep burying it. Give it some sunshine. As I mentioned in the intro, I believe I mentioned this in the intro, that over the years I would practice pulling out different sides of me, right? With different ways I'd wear my hair, you know, different things I'd do with my appearance. And it came with different aliases, different names, different creative pursuits, right? And it helped to explore the many facets of myself, whether they were pleasant or unpleasant, right? So it's something liberating about allowing it to be without judgment. If you have this more of if you usually show up happy-go-lucky, but you have this darker side to you, there's a need to allow it to be sometimes. As long as you're not hurting anyone or hurting yourself, obviously. So that's why I ask about the appearance, because this could be a way of honoring this shadow, okay? So I do that for every pile. And it does seem like maybe wearing, you know, just wearing more gothy things might help to express it and allow it to actually feel heard. This side of you wants to feel heard and wants to feel seen, okay? Think of everything cliche of, you know, emo or goth attire, and you just take whatever you want to take from that, whether it's black lipstick, whether it's leather pants, whatever your thing is, okay? However, whatever you want to take from it, you take that from it. It could just be a little thing. All right, it could just be one ring, and that's just the thing that helps you to remember and honor that energy, you know, within you, without judgment. That's the biggest thing, because the fact that it's in your shadow is because you're judging it. Don't judge it. Allow it to be, okay? And then see what healing comes up from that. And speaking of, let's continue with this reading and see what they want to say. What do they want to say? Look at that. Ace of Wands here. See, this side of you, the reason why you need to address this side is because you need to realize that there's a part of you that's feeling helpless, and whether you want to, or feeling defeated, and whether you want to admit to it or not, is still showing up in your actions. Even if you have a smiley face on, if you feel like you can't contribute to a group, or you feel like you can't contribute to the world, it's still showing up no matter how much you laugh and smile. Okay, that's why this thing in the back seat needs to be taken care of, or honored at least. It's trying to tell you, hey, I'm feeling this dark, I'm feeling this sad, I'm feeling this defeated, because I feel like something's missing. I feel like I'm not contributing. And if you get in touch and honor its desires, honor the source of its sadness, then you can shine a light on it and figure out what the solution is for that sadness. And in this case, it does seem like there's a need to contribute. There's a need for passion in a real life sense, a deep passion, okay? There's a need for teamwork. I feel like you want to feel a part of a group, okay? That's what I'm getting here, feeling like you belong. All right. So this is their goals for the most part. And what does pile 3, when does pile 3 need to consult this side? This side would alert you to when you're sabotaging yourself. When your forward-facing ego is laughing and smiling, but also not making the right moves for yourself, there's a part of you that is hurting and saying, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you go for the thing? Why are you sabotaging your happiness? You know, there's a part of you that's heart is aching, okay? Listen to when your heart is aching. It's showing you like, hey, maybe I'm going into the cycle of self-sabotage right now, okay? Okay. And when does pile 3 not need to consult this alter ego? Ace of Pentacles. All right. So the beautiful thing about your forward-facing energy is it does feel like it's a bit more optimistic. You don't need to consult this energy when you have a new idea, a new fresh idea. Okay, that's what I'm feeling like here. All right, because every you know, we have now. I'm just talking in. You know, we have different parts of us, but I'm just talking in like very basic, your forward-facing ego and then your alter ego. Both egos have a light side and a dark side, right? So the light side of you showing, of your forward-facing ego showing your optimism and all that is that you are, you might be, it could lead to, let's say, like a people-pleasing thing, for example. It could lead to like a people-pleasing thing where you're not honoring your own desires because you want to just keep the peace, keep things happy. Can't we all just get along? And it does seem like there are moments where you might be cheating your own self for the sake of peace or for the sake of keeping everything positive. So that is a shadow of being that super positive person, right? So that's where your shadow, your alter ego can step in and kind of temper that a little bit, all right? By honoring your desires, even if it hurts someone else. Honoring your desires, even if it's stepping on a few toes, okay? Setting boundaries, proper boundaries, for example, because I'm getting a little bit of that. There might be a bit of deception that's coming up, and you might be letting things slide a little bit too much, and you're feeling it. But you're feeling the pain of allowing for boundaries being crossed or being disrespected or whatever the case is, however that's showing up for you. And your smiley face side is kind of just taking it on. But somewhere in your body, it's collecting this pain, whether you want to accept it or not. And that's being gathered up in your shadow. It's this collection of this pain that you're not touching, okay, as a result of, you know, just kind of a little bit of spiritual bypassing a little bit, okay? All right. All right. But yeah, so, but the shadow of this alter ego is, you know, it might be, you know, looking a little too grim out here. It's okay to be optimistic, right? But that's where you two, both sides need to work together. All right. And speaking of, that is the next question. How can these two work together? How can these two work together? It creates a solid foundation for anything that you want to build moving forward. It's this, with the Two of Swords, with the Two of Wands coming out, this two energy here. This balance is needed, okay? Not over the top depressed, right? And not over the top happy-go-lucky. This balance is going to be very, it'll be really helpful for you. It'll be more effective. It'll help you move in the world. It'll help you navigate the world in a more effective, balanced way. You'll get more from life by balancing your viewpoint on the world, okay? Not everything is all happy-go-lucky jelly beans, and we know this. But there's a need to act like it as well. Know when to set the boundaries because someone is doing too much. And be okay with being the bad guy sometimes, okay? You're going to be the bad guy in somebody's life. At least once. Definitely more than once. At least once, though, right? Okay. And you're going to have to be okay with that. Because there's a part of you that's aching because you're not allowing yourself to be the bad guy sometimes. All right? All right. This is going to help you. I feel like this is going to help you with your work. Yeah. What's the advice overall? Yeah. All right. So we have the Hierophant coming out. And we have the Three of Cups coming out in reverse, along with the Nine of Swords in reverse. So back to the energy of like there's some deceptive type of energy going on here, where you probably need to check a few people around you. They might be habitual line steppers, right? Habitually crossing boundaries, you know, getting out of line because they're getting away with it. And it does seem like there's a need for you to step out of how you've been handling them and work it out, all right? That's what I'm getting here. Getting out of what you've been used to doing with this social circle, okay? You're sitting here, you're internalizing these things that people are doing to you rather than speaking out. You know, some people explode when they get upset and when they feel disrespected. Some people implode, right? Neither one is the best way, but imploding is not the best, because if somebody's hurting you and they're disrespecting you, and instead of you spazzing out on them, you're imploding and putting all that pain on yourself. That is not cool. It's time to balance that out, all right? All right. Yeah. You need some effing yoga in your life. You need some balance. You need a meditative practice, okay? There's a need for a meditative practice. There's a need for release. There's a need to be able to let people go. It doesn't mean that you have to start spazzing out on people, because I'm not even feeling that energy. I'm just feeling like there's a need to release certain people when they need to be released, and you can do that peacefully. And it does seem like if you want to keep the peace, you can still do that, all right? There's certain ways you can let people go. Some people choose to burn the whole bridge down. That doesn't seem like it's your style. And nobody's telling you to do that. Keep the peace, but just peace out gracefully, okay? That's all you got to do. Learn to just step away gracefully. Do that Irish exit, right? That's what you need to learn how to do there, all right? To protect your peace. That's more important than keeping the peace with other people, especially if they messing up and overstepping. All right. All right, cool. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Till we meet again. Peace. All right. Pile 4. All right, what is the alter ego for pile 4? Oh, we're already starting out. 5 of Wands. You got fire coming out with the Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm feeling some passion. What is this? All right, I'm gonna just say words real quick. So, passion. I'm feeling birds. I'm feeling young. I'm feeling youthful passion. Fire rising to the top. Ambition. Fiery, passionate ambition. Okay. One more for, what is the overall energy? Yeah, star card coming out. I'm feeling like you're reaching for the stars, and you should. Okay. With the naked heart. Go put your heart into it, baby. Okay, come on now. See, this is where you're suppressing yourself. You're putting a certain part of you and like putting it in the back seat, okay? It's this part of you that wants to just bare your soul. Okay, there's a part of you that just wants to be you and be free as you are, unapologetically, okay? Naked heart energy, all right? You have this thing about you, you stand out, okay? And you need to respect that and honor that. Speaking of honoring it, how can they honor this? What is something that they would like to wear? What's the appearance of this alter ego? Why am I getting fur? I'm getting such star energy on this one. Oh man, I'm getting fur, I'm getting leather, and I'm getting all the animal skin. I'm getting what's it, snake skin? I'm getting all that. Okay, this style is a little bit more flashy. Okay. This person is a star, all right? I'm saying this person is you, but your alter ego, this is what you're stifling. You're stifling the star, baby, come on. And there's some conflict about standing out in this way. If you see somebody out here walking around with a fur coat, and it depends on your environment, but if you're one of us commoners, you walk around and you see somebody walking around with a fur coat, you're like, where they going, right? And so it's some type of conflict about stepping out like that, okay? Showing up, standing out. And I don't feel like it only has to do with your appearance or wearing the fur coat. It's wearing the fur coat of your spirit. You know what I mean? Showing up completely, authentically, okay? That's what I'm getting. I am so tongue-tied today. Okay. Being unapologetically you. So yeah, so I've been asking this question about appearance because I feel like having some physical thing to honor this other side is pretty helpful to challenge or to challenge your current ego and channel your alter ego, So with you guys, you will feel this energy when you put on a fur coat, okay? When you put on, I'm feeling like sleek. It's a certain type of flashy. It's not even that flashy, to be honest, but it's something about the animal skin, okay? Something about the animal skin that'll do something for you. If you get some snake skin, zebra print, I don't even care. I don't even think it matters what the animal is, to be honest. Get some animal print stuff. It's something about that that's going to do it. It's going to pull out the side, okay? Because, yeah, you don't see that too often anyway. A person who does that, they're making a statement about who they are, right? So, okay. What's the next question? All right, where does this alter ego shine most? Where does this alter ego shine most? You're like you have this innovative energy to you. I feel like you're like an idea machine or something, okay? You have unique ideas, a unique thought process, a unique perspective. That's where you shine here, okay? Don't be afraid to share these unique ideas or unique ways of looking at the world, okay? This is how you can show your unique side and not stifle it, all right? It does seem like it shows up. You have unique quirks that can make you happy, unique things that you like to do that makes you happy, right? Like wearing maybe animal print or something, whatever. You have some unique things that you specifically like to do, and you need to you might have some weird hobbies, right? And people do not weird, but you have unique hobbies, odd hobbies, things that people will be like, well, that's a unique one that I never heard of. Do that. Okay, that's how you can honor this, okay? But also, I feel like when you, that will help you thrive, and it probably could actually help you to make some money, okay, is what I feel, all right? Follow the unique interests. You have some unique interests that you need to follow. I'm definitely getting more of a creative energy, so if you guys are an artist, if you guys are artists, then start doing more artwork, all right? Even if it's just dressing more creatively. It's something you have to express this creative energy, though. You have to get it out. You can't help it. You want to stand out, baby, all right? All right. All right, where does Pile 4 need to consult this alter ego? When do they need to consult this alter ego? When do they need to step back and let this alter ego tap in, okay? Page of Cups. When it's time to have this, this youthful optimism, okay? When it's time for you to be excited about ideas, allow this side to thrive, okay? For example, if you have a hobby. My body is doing all types of things right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, so if you have a hobby, right? Don't try to, even though I said you could make money off of it, don't try to hunker down on how it could be marketable yet, right? Or don't hunker down on how can I make this profitable yet. There's a need for you to keep the joy of creation alive. And it will naturally, I want to say it'll naturally do its thing. It'll naturally create or open up some path. But as far as your creative process, don't touch that. Let that be your own thing. It's like letting your inner child color, right? Allow it to color. If it wants to color outside the lines, let it do whatever it wants to do. Don't try to make it color inside the lines, all right? That's very important, and it's going to help you integrate this expansive, progressive side of you into your current ego, all right? It's going to come out balanced. It's not going to come out wild. It's not like you're switching over to this other ego and that's it now. Now you're this person who's wearing snakeskin on your forehead and a zebra tattoo on your eyelid or whatever. You know that sounds kind of dope. But anyway, but yeah, it's just you're going to integrate more of this creative energy into your everyday life, into your conscious awareness. That's all. Allow yourself to play more. I'm getting youthful energy. You have to, okay, inner child. This is like the energy of your inner child. Okay, so your inner child is kind of being stifled a little bit. You have to play a little bit more. Okay. When should they not consult this alter ego? When should they not consult this alter ego? When it's time to make adult decisions, obviously. You're the Nine of Wands, okay? Now, what I mentioned in all these piles so far is that every side of us has a light and a dark, right? So I'm talking about your forward-facing conscious ego versus your alter ego. Both sides do have a light and a dark. They have times where they work and times where they don't work. So right now you have this alter ego that can shine, and this alter ego that is very much a star. It stands out, okay? It's very unique. You have some unique quirks, all right? It's pretty carefree. It's childlike. It has a childlike curiosity. And that's all well and good, okay, in the creative sector. That's all well and good when you need to be, when you need to bring new ideas to the world. But there are times where you do have to be responsible. And I feel like your forward-facing ego is probably the more responsible one, okay? That's why this childlike energy is in the back seat, because something else, the opposite force, is in the forefront, right? So nobody's saying, hey, throw away all your responsibilities with reckless abandon, right? Nobody's saying that. I'm just saying incorporate the two. Now that leads me to the next question. How can they work together? How can these two work together? What happens when they work together? All right now. Duh. Alignment. The Lovers. Look at that. This is what happens when you work together. All right. So this is the difference between someone being a creative artist and there's a moment when, as like a designer, a graphic designer, where I had to really ask myself, okay, do I want to be an artist? Do I want to be like a starving artist? Or do I want to be a designer? Do I want to be respected for my craft? Do I want to be respected in the industry, right? So that is the side that'll be responsible, that wants to structure things. And then there's the side of me like, I just want to be an artist and run free and create whatever I want. Forget the trends, forget money. And that side is alive too. That side needs to stay alive, but also the responsible side needs to stay alive as well. When they come together and you find a way to allow this creativity to thrive, but also put it in some loose structure, you find, I feel like that's where you find creative genius. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if you guys are artists, but if you are, then hopefully that helped. But yeah, if you're not, and you're straight up like straight laced and you're not touching the artist side or the creative side of you at all, then it'll just be incorporated into, let's say if you're in finance, but you have this creative, wildly creative, unique, eccentric side to you, then it could probably help you to, or if you're in sales, it could probably help you find creative ways to market or to do sales, right? It's just using this creative out-the-box thinking into whatever you're doing right now, okay? So I don't want you to be like freaked out by like the idea of this wild side coming through or allowing for it to thrive, okay? This is the idea side of you. This is the idea machine. So you tap in when you need to come up with creative solutions for things, for anything, whether it's creative solution for money, creative solution for, I don't know, how to make your spouse happy, right? What to get them for their birthday, right? It's all just anything, just a solution for anything. This is where this imaginative side will really be helpful to you, okay? And this will allow for this beautiful balance of you having your inner child, having your fun, allowing you to have let your hair down, all right? All right, let's pull from the Rebel deck. And let me pull from the advice. Let me get the advice real quick. Yeah, the advice, it's like you're tearing yourself down. All right, it might be a little bit of shame around this type of energy here. So I just want to say we do have the money card coming out, and we have the laugh card coming out, and we have rebel. See, it's this playful energy that you need to be in. Look at these cards. These are the cards that came out, okay? Laugh, play, get money. And I feel like your play can get you money. That's what I'm feeling here. You have to allow yourself to be a bit more playful. If you have a project that's coming up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to come up with this creative solution. I have to find out this marketing scheme, or I have to finish this paper and I don't even know what to talk about. You know, that's where this other side can come in and come up with some creative, clever solutions. You already have it in you. You just have to allow for it to step up when it's its time to shine. Okay, that's its strength. The strength of creative solutions is it'll be more helpful for you, and it seems like it's being stifled a little bit. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. All right. Let me know what you think. Peace. All right. Pile 5. Pile 5. All right. What is the alter ego for pile 5? What is the alter ego for pile 5? Okay. What? All right. It's some fire. It's some fire energy. You need more fire in your life, baby, and that's what the shadow's doing. You're stifling your shadow. You're stifling your fire in your shadow. All right. This fire can propel you to a more elevated state, to a leadership role, is what I feel. All right. But this is the energy. This energy feels a little bit naughty, I must say. It feels a little bit naughty. It feels a little bit, it doesn't mind being triggering. It doesn't mind ruffling feathers. That's this other side of you, okay? So I'm assuming that as you're showing up, your forward-facing ego might be afraid of doing that. It might be afraid of being seen in this type of light. It might be this energy of getting along. Let's see. There might be something about, hold on. There's something about, the go-getter attitude. There might be some hang up about the go-getter thing. Whether you have ambitions for a specific level of a lifestyle, or if it's ambitions for a specific love, okay? There's just some hang-ups about going for what you want. And almost like playing a little, I don't know why I'm feeling like playing a little dirty to get there. I don't know what the heck is going on here. But there's a side of you that is willing to play dirty, okay? Not dirty, but maybe dirty. That might be like where it goes too far, right? But it's a little bit of like, it's okay to be have a little bit more edge. There we go. There we go. There's a part of you that's very edgy, and you're kind of afraid to show that edge. Interesting. And it's stopping you from being seen, being recognized. All right. How does this person dress? How does this alter ego dress? The reason why I looked this up, or I asked this question about the appearance, is because I feel like it's important to have something, some physical trinket or something that can help you access or honor this side of you, okay? When you need to pull it out, all right? Because the whole purpose of this reading is figuring out how to pull out our alter ego or pull out our shadow when it's time to, okay? And when we need to sit back a little bit and allow our shadow to come through, okay? Oh. All right. I'm getting, all right, so I'm getting this Queen of Wands energy. I'm getting this very feminine type of energy, okay? Doesn't matter what your energy is. It's like, or what your gender is. I'm just getting more bright colors, okay? The bright colors can access, so probably help to channel this energy. Because and more so like red colors, you know, things along red, colors of the sunset, fire, all right? Red, oranges, even, or maybe even peaches, whatever the case is, okay? Yellows. But I'm getting all that sacral energy, all right? That'll definitely, those colors will definitely help to activate certain things. Hot pink, you know, bright red, all right? I'm really getting those energies. When you think about, let's say, a person wearing a hot pink dress, for example, that's a statement, right? That is the energy of your alter ego. So it's whatever the equivalent of that is, like whatever is really bold for you, specifically the reds is what I'm getting though. All right. Where does this alter ego shine the most? Okay, I'm getting like polka dots too, whatever. They shine the most when you need to make decisions, okay? So we have the Emperor coming out. See, I'm getting all this fire energy. This is a whole lot of fire. Emperor coming out with the Two of Pentacles here. This side of you is where you will make impulsive, rash decisions when you need to, okay? If it's fight or flight, you fighting, all right? That's what I'm getting. And that's what the other side will do. That's what's coming out here. And there's certain moments where there is need to buck up and face a challenge as opposed to backing off. And so there might be a need. I'm feeling like your forward-facing ego is probably blending a little bit too much with the masses, okay? It's more passive than your shadow would like it to be. And and we're talking about your shadow, so it's you, okay? More passive than you'd like it to be, okay? And there's a need to show more fire, more passion for what you want, going for things that you actually want. You could be passive about your desires, Like, oh, I mean, that would be nice, but I don't really care if I get it or don't get it. Who cares? It's like you're very flexible in your desires. It's like stick to a desire, go for the desire, okay, and see if it works for you or not. And then if you figure out you want something else and you want something else, that's fine, okay. But there's a need to put more effort in, is what I'm feeling. Put more effort in, have more fire, more passion for life. And the passion is there. That's what I'm saying. But it's just suppressed. So if you ever get like a bit of a rise to do something, you probably put the fire, put the flame out, you know, pretty quickly. Your conscious ego puts the flame out. Okay, so it's time to stop doing that. So they need to come in when it's time to make big boy decisions, okay, or big girl decisions, all right. Big adult decisions here, all right. When is it time not to consult this alter ego? Because they ain't good for everything. You can't be impulsive all the time, right? So when is it not appropriate to consult this alter ego? Ace of Pentacles, okay. So the shadow of being too impulsive, right? The shadow of being too impulsive is that you might want to jump from one thing to the next, right? Now, it does seem like that would be the shadow of your shadow. So right now, we're talking about the light part, the good side, the gem to take from the shadow. The gem is the fire that it contains. The shadow of this energy is it might jump around a bit too much and not be able to sit down and cool off and allow for something to grow. That's where your forward-facing ego comes in. This the light part of your forward-facing ego. It has the energy needed to be consistent. The shadow part of this forward-facing ego of consistency is staying in the gray and not rocking the boat too much. So you need to pull from this, go to the back seat, pull this ego up, this alter ego forward so you can rock the boat a little bit when it's necessary. When it's necessary to start a new idea. But then put it back in the back seat once the idea gets started so that you can keep fueling the fire with consistent action. Okay? And that actually leads to my next question, which is what happens when these two come together? I think I already answered that, but let's see what happens here. How does this come out in the cards? What happens when the alter ego and the conscious ego come together? Oh man, ain't no stopping you. That's what happens. See, people usually one or the other. They're impulsive, they want to do things, they have all the ambition in the world and don't have the discipline to actually make it happen and stick to it, right? So when you bring them both together, you'll be a force to be reckoned with, okay? I'm getting sharp. It's a sharpness that'll come to light for you. I'm getting heavy intellect here. Strategy, all right? You take that passion and you direct that passion into a strategic channel. This will lead to your elevation. Whether it's elevating in the company or elevating in a business idea, whatever the case is, this strategy is like a smart way of elevating. And you just need the fire that you're suppressing to help you want it bad enough to trigger this level of effort. All right? Wow, interesting. All right, what's the advice? What's the advice from the shadow alter ego? Too many cards. King of Cups. They want you to want something. Like, can you want something bad enough yet? That's what it feels like. And then can we stick to it? So now we're getting the water. So it's the King of Cups coming out with the Seven of Cups. It's like you might have too many things that you might want or whatever. That might be the impulsive energy on their end or your alter ego end where they might want to do a bunch of things. But that's where you come in and you can kind of balance it out. Like, no, this makes sense to be the best thing that we go for. I'm going to put all my effort into this one passion, right? So... yeah, but they're like, but you don't even really want anything that bad. Can you choose one at least? You know, I'm giving you a bunch of passions. Choose one, you know, and let's build on that. 10 of Pentacles. This is awesome. So this is what happens. You get to build something long-standing. I feel like long-standing success or some type of security. I feel like it brings financial security for sure, because I'm feeling this will be very helpful in your career for sure. All right, I'm gonna pull from the Rebel deck and then we're done. Oh, all right. This energy is interesting. So I'm going to preface this by saying that you might be being fake humble is what I'm saying. Like you're blending in, but you know, it's like you're blending in and you're acting like, oh yeah, this boss, you know, yeah, boss, he's so great. And you're probably thinking in your mind like, man, I could do this job. And you probably can, is the thing. You just don't want it bad enough to go and get that job, right? So that's coming out with, you're kind of lying to yourself like you don't want this ambition, like you don't have this passion. You do. You have this fire for more. You have this fire for more. And for some reason, you're just stifling that. But anyway, red, bold colors. Okay, whether it's your hair, your nails, how you dress, get some shoes, is bright something. Okay, get a I don't know, a bright painting, something that you can look at. Okay, jewelry, whatever, something that you can look at or wear or something like that to remind you of feeding the fire. Something that when you look at it, you think, feed the fire. More passion in your life. You know, you want something, a reminder. All right. Well, this is interesting. I hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know what you think. All right. Overall, this is very fun. I am so happy about this reading. I hope you guys are too. I hope it gave you some type of insight. Yeah, thank you so much. And until we meet again, peace.